Hello, Born Review Nation, Gabe,
Nick,
and we're here today to bring you another song reaction, fresh off the presses. Nick, tell them what we're watching.
So we are checking out the Beatles' "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds." Now you've heard this song before, right?
I have not heard this song before, but I recognize this album from the Sgt. Pepper's? Sgt.
Lonely
Pepper's
Hearts Club Band.
And I'm like, what was that? They look like pirates, and you had to give me the backstory on it. Like, again, I feel like, and don't you feel like some of the Beatles stuff was like an inside joke that only they got on us? Because even the whole, if you go online, the whole, that Paul, the Paul McCartney was switched over or whatever. Like, they even went into like the giving subliminal messages in their songs backwards, just messing with fans. It's like an inside joke. It's like, to them, it must have been like the ultimate troll. The Beatles are the original. I'm convinced they are the original trolls. They are the original trolls where they're just like, oh, these fans want it, we'll give them something. Oh, he died, and I said, oh wait, they replaced him. Oh, there's gonna be hidden messages in the song. Like, that's the only explanation. It's the only explanation.
With this song in particular, I've never fact checked it, but there was always a rumor going around that this song is about LSD.
Right.
Lucy Sky Diamonds, LSD.
Got you.
And I think it's almost proven that the Beatles would experiment with different things. I'm not sure if they did LSD, but it seemed like everyone was at that point in time.
In the 70s, is this the 70s? 60s, 70s, something like
60s,
that? Right.
Early 70s, yes. So who knows? But this is a song, I'm not going to say it's on par with Yellow Submarine, even though I still like that song. But this is a song that I'm kind of nervous about how you're going to feel about it.
What are you doing to me?
But this is one of their classics. It's one of the songs that's played all the time. I enjoy it. I'm not going to put it in my top 10, but I enjoy it a lot. But there's a chance that you might hate it. You might love it. It might be indifferent. We'll find out.
Listen, and here's the thing, right? When it comes to the Beatles, and I mean, a couple people, I read the top comments. I've gotten to the point where I try not to respond because then I get too defensive. And you know what? If you're going to put yourself out there, you got to be ready for criticism. You know what I mean? And
it's a crazy world we live in, yep.
That I'm okay with that. With that being said, I would shudder to think that there is anybody out there that says, I absolutely love everything any artist has ever done.
There are people that say that.
Okay, maybe Swifties, right? I love every song on her album. Maybe so, Swifties. But there's got to be songs where you guys are like, that wasn't my favorite. And that's all I'm doing here. Like, that wasn't my favorite. And trying to be candid and honest about it. Whether it's my favorite rapper, my favorite singer, my favorite artist. Like, listen, I like Metallica. I've now gotten to the point where we were at a draft, NFL draft, right? Quick sidebar. So these are all older dudes. We've been in this league for 20 years. We're at NFL fantasy draft, and we're at this local bar, sports bar. They got food or whatever. We know a whole bunch of people there or whatever. We got our own room. So Metallica's playing. We had played a whole bunch of stuff, and all of a sudden somebody changed it, and the next song was like Backstreet Boys or something, and everybody just stopped. It was like like the record stopped. Like forget this above 21. Like, this is an over 40 bar. Okay, if you're in here, you're under 40. Get it. It was so funny, dude, because we were like, everybody just stopped, and the room where we draft from was like above or whatever. So we looked down like, who changed the music or whatever? There was a couple young guys that they were like, not younger, but I would say like 20, 25, barely 30 or whatever. But like, who changes Metallica to put on Backstreet Boys?
But you know what's funny is Backstreet Boys is so old. It's probably our 40-year-olds that were listening at one point. Right?
That's a good point.
They've been around for a long time.
That's a good point there.
We're gonna check out Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. If you like our reaction, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
That is pretty funny though.
It was hilarious.
Whoever changed that music, you don't deserve to live.
How dare you?
All right, so we're going to go into it. We'll see how he likes it. Here we go.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies.
This is McCartney, right?
Somebody calls you, you answer.
I don't know anymore. I used to know.
A girl with kaleidoscope eyes.
It's almost like a higher, like a helium voice.
Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes. eat marshmallow pie.
Okay, first of all, so you know, you're absolutely correct on your assumption earlier. They had to be. Are you listening to these lyrics?
A little bit.
Incredibly
Yeah,
high.
girl cover, huh?
Newspaper taxis appear on the shore, waiting to take you away. Flying in the back with your head in the clouds and you're gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Picture yourself on a train in a station with plasticine pauses with looking glass
Let's
ties.
say that's John, right?
Suddenly someone is there at the
Can't tell.
turnstile. The girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. 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 Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
All right.
So it's very interesting, and I'll get into that in a second. But very interesting song. I'm gonna tell you, I actually love this song. Okay, I do. I love this song. I think it's super creative. It's funny because I'm listening to the lyrics, I'm like, this thing makes no sense. So
Nope.
back to your point, I'm like, yeah, I'm not making any accusation, or I'm not casting any aversions to anyone, but listen, to come up with those kind of lyrics, you probably have to be in a pretty good place. You know what I mean?
They're just artistic.
They're just artistic. And even as I'm listening to this, trying to focus, I'm looking at this album cover. So you've got the Beatles there in their Sgt. Pepper outfits, pirate outfits. Then you got the Beatles on the other side, all dressed in black. It looks like they're at a funeral because the Beatles is spelled out in flowers, right? And then in the back, you've got all these historical figures, I'm assuming. I recognize some faces, some other ones I don't. Like, that's Marilyn, I'm pretty sure, off to the right.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I think this is Bob Dylan in the back corner. I'm not exactly sure.
So I'm like, what was the what was the message? What was the hidden message in this album cover? There had to be a purpose to it. And again, it goes back to, I think the Beatles are the original trolls. Like, we're just going to have fun with this. We're going to give you, all this stuff. It may mean nothing, you know what I mean? But the fact that...
Oh, it's got to mean something. But did they even have... I mean, I'm assuming they had creative control, but did they hire someone else to do this? Is what they... Yeah, I like that, mate. Like, I don't know. The funny thing is, when you look at the album cover, is... Like, nowadays, anyone could do a much better job of this, like,
Right.
Photoshop, whatnot. But
Right,
this is what they had back then.
Right.
But...
Yeah, like I said, I love the song, and the Beatles are one of those bands that, for me, it's been hit or miss, right? I like what they do. I don't like what they do. I definitely don't like their the stuff when they were like, just coming out or whatever. I felt it was more, 1, 2 minute, like a minute and a half, 2 minute songs, more jingly, more where these are more fleshed out songs. Even this one, right? It had that lull in it, then it continued, bringing the. Was that a sitar, or I don't even know what they were playing? The piano, acoustic.
I never know.
Again,
I never know.
I enjoyed this song. I enjoy the creativity, and I'm just like, I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, this thing makes absolutely no sense. So, or while we're thinking that, is it back to those hidden messages, those subliminal messages, where if you listen to this in reverse, it's telling us, yes, Paul died and we're at his funeral. That's what the album cover says. Whatever, you know what I mean?
So dumb.
Bro, Go down the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole.
Those
is so
flowers remind me of Disneyland. When you walk into Disneyland, they have Disneyland in the flowers and whatnot. So I mean,
Right.
it could just be like, look at us, we're awesome. I have no idea.
Go down the rabbit hole.
Automatically guarantees.
Let
that
us know
Paul
in the
died.
chat. No, let us know in the chat if you've gone down the rabbit hole. Please,
Okay.
please. I guarantee you, I'm not the only one.
If it's fake Paul, then he's living a really good life, and he has for quite.
And
some
I'm not
time.
saying I believe the rumors, but they're out there. And I mean, bro, there's forums dedicated to
Don't
it.
you think?
Dark places.
Like when they broke up, and people have said in the comments, like, hey, they didn't really hate each other, they just needed a break. But don't you think when they broke up, John would have had like a moment of being frustration and say, it's not Paul. That's not the real Paul. Like, don't you think it would have slipped at least at one point? What's the motivation to keep it in?
I mean,
they never got back together.
And to your point, right? Usually what's that? Occam's razor, like the simplest explanation is usually the right one or whatever. But was that the record term? I think
I
it
don't
is.
know.
But in any that might be something else I'm referring to. But usually the simplest answer is the correct one, right? No, he didn't die. It's all a rumor. But when all those other things are combined and added to it or whatever, it does get you thinking.
You can find so many things.
And then, exactly. You start looking and you go down that rabbit hole. You're like, tinfoil hat. Yes, I believe. You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous. I mean, honestly, if you're looking for something, you're going to find it, no matter how deep you dive. We hope you enjoyed our reaction to this. I'm pleasantly surprised with his reaction to this song. I just love that chorus. It hits hard every single time with the drums. Do, do, do. And then they harmonize together. It's a beautiful thing.
Right.
If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
We know all things.